So the way that we can create some savings or help Director Rhodes create some savings in parks is that we have a number of pocket parks throughout our districts. A good example of those, there's one in Myrtle Grove, or I'm sorry, in Warrington that I think very few people even know about, right behind the old Amphi building. These pocket parks are very high on maintenance costs and very low on usage, whereas the larger parks that we've built, things like the Perdido Kids Park, are very high on usage, so that each dollar spent on them is much more valuable. Director Rhodes and I are looking at creating a cost savings at the Perdido Key, the River Road Dog Park. It's due for about a $40,000 replacement of the playground area. But we've just built we're in the process of building the Inner Park, which is going to have a massive playground area. Right. So instead of spending $40,000 to try to continue to make that a pocket park that has all those amenities, we're looking to just pull out that children's play area and just expand the whole area to a dog park. So quite a bit of a savings there. If each one of us will look at those pocket parks in our district and say, is this really getting the kind of return on investment that the cost that would warrant the cost? And if not, then be open to a discussion with Director Rhodes about spinning that property back out to the private sector. Now, I know nobody wants to talk about closing a neighborhood in a park, and you're going to get, the five of us are going to get ripped a new one every time we talk about it, but that's the kind of thing that we could do and actually provide a higher level of service by allowing Director Rhodes to focus his attention on these larger, high-amenity parks. It takes some political will on our part, but he and I are going to run through all of the pocket parks in District 2 and decide if there are some of those that we just have to come to grips with the fact that we just really are our money would be better spent elsewhere.
And I don't disagree with what you said there, Doug, at all, but I think that's a separate discussion for what we're looking at. We're at the 50,000-foot level. You're getting down to like where you could see.
I'm explaining a way that in District 2 we are creating savings
and
by
I love
working with
it.
Director. So if we can, if each of the five can also do that in your districts, and I wouldn't say what is appropriate or what isn't in your districts, but each of us do that, and we're willing to take a little bit of a political hit on closing a park that costs a lot of money and isn't getting used, then we would be able to see savings on Director Rhodes's revenue line.
I guess I'll say it a different way. I think we can do what you just said and today's work simultaneously at the same time. Would you recommend any cuts to this budget, Commissioner Underhill? Just want to make sure I'm hearing you. From what is presented on this tab, would you support any cuts to this?
We haven't been through the pocket. Sorry, we have not been through the pocket parks yet to be able to make that decision.
Okay. So no cuts.
So yes, yes, I will be able to, but we haven't had that discussion yet.
Yeah. Okay, understood.
We're focusing on trying to create efficiencies.
I'm talking about today, like right now. So right now, I'm hearing you're not willing to make any cuts because we got to set a budget.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do 10% off of this.
Okay,
I need to know. I need to be able to go to the people and say we can't afford this thing anymore, and that's why we're closing that park and selling that property.
That's fine.
If I'm not prepared to stand and take that hit, then no, I'm not going to tell Director Rhodes you got to continue to do the same amount of work with less money.
Got it. Loud and clear. Grover, you're recognized.